Good morning, my name is David Gomez. I am a junior who attends Fannie Lou Hamer Freedom High School here in the South Bronx. Today I am standing here again with our local community saying no to a bigger cross-Bronx expressway. We're not here to demand that the New York State DOT scrap plans for a traffic diversion structure. The community came out loud and clear for that. And since our last press conference together, that option has been removed from the options. We should make some noise for that. But our work isn't over yet, as the Cross-Bronx Expressway expansion is still on the table, and that's a threat to us all. And any plan to widen the Cross-Bronx Expressway risks polluting our air with even more noise and dirty emissions. As Bronx students, we already suffer the highest rates of childhood asthma in our city and across the United States. Most of my peers and I have lived here in the South Bronx for our entire lives, and I always point out how there's a reoccurring issue that affects the people who live in this area. I'm talking about the pollution and how it affects the health of many youth with respiratory diseases and other health problems. Dirty air and noise from the Cross-Bronx Expressway fills our classroom non-stop. Thanks to highway pollution, growing up here means many of us develop breathing issues long before we earn our diplomas. And it is a constant battle to stay focused and keep our grades up when we're spending so much time trying to block out the expressway. I always talk about it because think about how bad it is now, the pollution issue. Now think about how the next generation will feel if we don't fix and we don't take action immediately. And I am here representing so many young people like me today. I am 15 years old and I am not the only one my age who cares about this. And we want to make sure that in 10 years from now, other young people don't have to still fight for clean air, something that we were fighting in now. I don't have to worry that there's someone else in, say, 2035 fighting for the same issues. We've already made it loud and clear we want less pollution, better public transit, and more outdoor spaces for our neighborhoods, not more concrete. To Governor Hochul and State DOT, you did the right thing removing option 1. Our neighbors are experts of our experience here. But we want to work with New York State DOT. Starting now, together we can come up with the best solutions, but we need to be listened to. And remember, we need you to put our education first and halt to any plans to widen the Cross-Bronx Expressway. And now imagine dealing with this level of chaos from the moment you walk into the classroom in 9th grade to whenever you walk across the graduation stage. That is about 4 years, and I've been learning about this since 9th grade, and I'm in 11th grade now, about to graduate, and there are still issues that need to be fixed, and there's been issues like that for the past 3 years that I have known about this. Now, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Stephanie, from a 3rd grader from Samira Community School.
We would like clean air, and we also would like to breathe and not get sick. When this pollution will make us sick and other living things sick. We can get sick from all this pollution, and other living things will too. We need cleaner air and better water. We don't want this noise pollution, air pollution, or water pollution to get too much. We need this pollution to stop.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to introduce another student from that school, Max.
Yeah, Max!
It's already loud enough. We have cars beeping, people screaming, and planes flying. Imagine construction too.
Now we would like to welcome a teacher from that school. Please welcome Miss Ingram.
Hi, I'm Miss Ingram from Samara Community School. Our third graders last year studied the evolution of bridges. And while we were considering if bridges are necessary in our community, yes, we thought that yes, bridges are necessary because they connect communities. But do we need another highway? We don't think we need more highways in our neighborhood. So we have our students here, Tahir and Royalty, and they want to share something with you.
Hello, my name is Tahir from 3rd grade 3-3 GM 3-3 Samara Community School. We are all earthlings and we deserve clean air and water. We all need clean water to brush our teeth, take a shower, and for our daily basics. But imagine, if we breathe dirty air, we will get sick, very sick. My name is Royalty. We need pollinators. Pollinators make our food from flowers. Pollinators make our food. We need them to survive. We need food, plants, and other things to live. But if they break down the bridges and all the construction, they will hurt us and we will get very sick from all that, and all of our animals can die.
No more air pollution! We want our solution! No more air pollution! We want our solution!
Now I would like to welcome a senior organizer at Open Plans, Adrian Cacho.
Good morning. Morning. Grab the mic. Yeah. All right. So good morning, everyone. My name is Adrian Cacho from Open Plans, where we use grassroots advocacy and policy changes to help transform how New Yorkers experience their public spaces. Thank you all for being here. But I especially want to thank the students for showing up today and reminding us that the voices of our youth are essential in this fight. Because this fight against harmful infrastructure, environmental injustice is about your future and the generations that will come after you. I know what it's like to grow up here in the Bronx, surrounded by the legacy of decisions that were never made for us. I remember walking through the underpass of the Bronx Expressway just to see my friends who lived on the other side, and having to hear all the rumble from the traffic overhead, feeling the effects of noise and air pollution, and wondering why something so destructive was ever built through the heart of our neighborhoods. That highway didn't just bring pollution, it split us apart. It divided families, communities, and opportunities. And now, with the 5 Bridges project, the state DOT wants to do it again. It's another plan dressed up as progress, but in reality, it's more of the same. More harm, more division, more disregard for the people who actually live here. But today, we're standing together to say enough is enough. No more highway expansions, no more projects that put cars before our communities, no more plans made without the people most impacted. We demand that the state DOT prioritizes the community-led alternatives, ones that heal, not harm. We deserve cleaner air, safer streets, and more public spaces that bring us together. The Bronx deserves the same respect, the same investment, and the same care as every other part of the city. This is our home, our community, our fight, and we won't stop until every plan that widens the highway is off the table. Thank you.
Next up, I would like to welcome a organizer from the Point CDC, Leslie.
We're gonna hear from a parent from Samara first.
We're gonna hear from a parent from Samara.
Hi, my name is Azmotero. I'm a parent of a child at Samara Community School, this lovely school where the third graders are. For our school, this is an outdoor classroom. It is a playground. It is a place where they do bike club, where they do run club. For me personally, it's a place where I commute through. It's a place where my son learned how to ride a bike. It's a place where we go visit our grandma, because now there's a link to go from this park all the way up to Shoelace Park where I grew up. And I grew up across the street from the Bronx River. I grew up across the street from a park, just across the street. And that park always felt, and now it doesn't, thankfully, but that park and that river always felt like something that was just there to be dumped on, that no one wanted, that no one cared about. And it's through the activism of everyone here and the Bronx River Alliance and all the community partners that now, when the state wants to impose a plan upon us, we can speak up, organize, get our voices heard, and push the state and push the governor to listen to us. And it's a very important lesson for everyone. I mean, teenagers down to third grade, down to first grade, which is the grade in which, I mean, they come here from pre-K on, but it's important for us to learn that lesson, which is that we can shape our community, and the things that exist for us are for us. They are not to move goods through our neighborhood. They're not to figure out some other logistical problem that was poorly planned for in the past and now has to be resolved at our expense. So what's very important is the lesson here of like what it took to organize and stand up as a community to protect the river, to protect the park, and to protect our air, and to protect the community as a whole. And I'm so thankful and so glad to know that all the plans, well, most of the plans that had a lot of issues with them are off the table, and now we can take hopefully a bigger step towards working with the state together, not after the fact, but from the beginning, to shape something that works for our community, that accomplishes the infrastructure needs of the Bronx or New York State, or however you want to frame it, but it doesn't come at our expense. And I want to thank everybody for being here and everybody for every way in which they chipped in at some point during this fight, because I will be honest with you, I did not think there was going to be a good outcome. But we're on our way to an excellent outcome. Thank you.
I just want to say he brought up a great point about bringing his own personal living experiences from when he was a child. That's exactly the message we're trying to put out. That's exactly what we're trying to say. Listen to us and work with us, because we know, because we have our experience here and we've lived here all our lives. Now we welcome Leslie, an organizer from the Point CDC.
Hi everybody, I'm Leslie and I'm a community organizer at the Point CDC. I'm here today because the Bronx is sick and tired of being sick and tired. And every young person that stands behind us today is in the same position that we have been fighting for since the day they were born. They go to school near the highways where the noise is extremely loud, the air makes people cough, the traffic is extremely unsafe, and everybody is standing here today because we want to put a stop to that. The expansion of the Cross Bronx should have never been an option, and we're not going to stop fighting here. So this is exactly what we want the Department of Transportation to do when the community speaks up, when we need something, for them to respond and what we ask for. So I'm going to ask everybody to repeat after me. Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Thank you.
Before closing, we want to invite Yancy Sains, the assistant principal at Fannie Lou Hamer Freedom High School.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so proud of our students for standing up and raising their voices against the Cross Bronx expansion. It's been a long time coming. I grew up in this same community that our students go to right now, and this looks completely different than what it used to look like. But there's so much more work to go. It's not just about a road, it's about their health, their future, and our community's right to clean air and safe neighborhoods. At our school, we teach students to be activists, to resist injustice, and to take pride in fighting for what's right. Bringing students to events like this is crucial because it empowers them to lead change, to be heard, and to protect the place we all call home. They are not just students, but the future leaders shaping a healthier and fairer Bronx. Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us. Now, Dariela will close us out.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Dariela Rodriguez. I'm the Director of Community Development at the Point CDC. But I've been working along this river for the last 10 plus years, and it's always been with young people like the ones that you see today. There's a reason why these young people actually led this event, and it's because they need everybody else in New York State to really know and understand and realize that they are experts. They understand what it feels like to walk, to breathe, to exist next to infrastructure that harms you. And when we continue to build that kind of infrastructure, we're sending them a message that that's okay with us. We have teachers here and principals, assistant principals. We have 2 different schools that have partnered with organizations like ours and have included this campaign and things that we're talking about, real life things, in their curriculum so that their students can be the activists that they want to train. We work with them in our organizations. You see them cleaning up our parks. You see them canoeing on our river. They love the Bronx and they deserve the Bronx that they are demanding. So right now we're in this moment where we changed a little bit what we were going to say today. We were still coming out here to demand for option 1 to be removed completely, and that has been done. So we want to celebrate our young people who have again made history and again brought their organizing in a way that makes changes and that makes them be heard. So first, I think we need to make some noise for these young people. And then what we want to say is, New York State DOT, you heard us. But let's continue to work together. This doesn't have to be a moment of going our separate ways. There's still repairs that need to be made. There's still work that we need to do. And as you've seen, we are ready to make sure that our way is the way. And we're going to continue to train these young people and support these young people. We're going to continue to be celebrating the green spaces that we have. And we're going to continue to demand the kind of neighborhood that our young people deserve. Thank you.
I want to invite everybody into a group picture.
Yes, group picture.
We're good. It'll save the. Yeah, thank you. Everybody's welcome. Join a group picture over here. If you want to join, if you want to hold the cross Bronx, we've got that. Everybody's welcome if you want to be in the picture. Especially, come on, come on. Thank you. That's it. That's it. Yeah, get in there.